On the morning of November 6th, European countries grappled with the surprising outcome of the U.S. presidential election. The least favored candidate, former President Donald Trump, won a resounding victory, giving the Republican Party control of both houses of the U.S. Congress. In Berlin, Germany's three top leaders, Chancellor Olaf Scholz, Vice Chancellor Robert Habeck, and Finance Minister Christian Lindner, gathered to discuss this tense situation. But instead of focusing on responses to Trump's new tariff threats or how to support Ukraine without their major ally, they faced a pressing question. Should they continue the increasingly fragile political coalition? Only 12 hours later, everything had come to an end. In a strong statement following the failure of the final coalition negotiations, Scholz from the Social Democratic Party harshly criticized Lindner, leader of the Free Democrats, for his inexplicable selfishness, accusing him of undermining trust. Scholz decided to dismiss Lindner and announced a parliamentary vote of confidence in January, predicting that early elections would occur in March, bringing one of the worst periods of modern German governance to a close. Germany's traffic light coalition, which came to power in 2021 with promises of reform and modernization, had been plagued by mounting ideological differences. Germany's economy faced deep recession, rising public debt, shrinking revenues, and increasing spending needs, further dividing coalition members ideologically. The coalition became the first victim of political polarization in Germany, with deeper issues rooted in Germany's steadfast support for Ukraine in its conflict with Russia. Not long ago, the German economy was a symbol of European strength, with high growth rates, robust exports, and a stable budget. But the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war hit this economy hard, as it relied heavily on cheap Russian gas. This dependency, once a source of prosperity, became a burden as energy prices surged, impacting sectors from heavy industry to small businesses. As a result, Germany's export-driven economy now faces recession and fierce international competition, while the standard of living for German citizens is severely affected. Despite this, Germany continues its strong support for Ukraine. In October, Chancellor Scholz announced a military aid package worth 1.4 billion euros for Ukraine, including air defense systems, tanks, and military equipment. However, this commitment has placed significant pressure on Germany's defense budget, which has been limited in investment for decades. Many argue that Germany should focus more on domestic issues rather than international aid, especially given its energy crisis and soaring living costs. With Trump re-elected, Germany faces the risk of a trade conflict with the U.S., as Trump threatens to impose tariffs on European goods. Such a scenario would deal a severe blow to Germany's export industries, especially during this time of economic difficulty. Not only Germany, but the entire European Union could face pressure from the U.S. The German government is well aware of this, but the political upheaval within Germany only adds to the bleak outlook.
With 10% of Germany's exports destined for the U.S. market, higher tariffs could spell significant trouble for the German economy, threatening industrial supply chains and negatively affecting the entire EU. Should Germany weaken further, other major European economies may struggle to maintain stability. Will France, the UK, or another European country be the next domino to fall in this chain reaction? Share your thoughts on the impacts of this event.